Welcome back to Talos Principle 2. I'm Dear Darling, and why are we here? What truth awaits us? Why don't we answer more of these questions together where we'll be seeing... I mean, it's an interesting thing where sort of, we deserve a functional city. Public transportation must be safe. But sort of language system is quite difficult to read, I think, from quite far
Welcome
off.
back, 1K.
Hello.
Thanks again for signing that petition.
No worries, I don't remember what I
Fortunately,
signed.
As you can see, it wasn't enough.
What's going on? Did you hear Talos' speech?
Yesterday, there was a sudden brownout in the grid, and we almost had a derailment. We've been warning the mayor for months, and all he ever gives us is waffle about the goal. This can't go on.
I fully support you. I think what you're doing is wrong. The city needs stability right now. I agree with you, but your methods are wrong. I disagree with you, but I support your right to strike. I don't want to get involved. I mean, I'm not really that in favour of a goal, to be honest. So I guess I would fully support you. Does the city need stability right now? Is that like a I agree with you, but your methods are wrong? I mean, you're not really doing anything. You're just protesting. Oh wait, you know you're striking. Yeah, okay. You know what? I support strikes.
Thank you. Your support means a lot to us. We need to get through to people.
Did you hear Tao's speech? I don't even remember what
I heard
Tao's
it
speech
15
is.
times when he was practicing it. I think Catal, like many of us, feels that the time for change is long overdue.
Yes,
The technology
change.
you uncovered on the island is the final catalyst for that change, or it should be.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves about how that technology can or cannot be used. I don't know if there's going to be anyone else for us to really talk to. So I guess we'll just continue onwards. Let's go have a chat with Cornelius. Oh yeah, I forgot about that dragon. Cool looking dragon. Hello. Whoa.
Oh, 1K.
You're not Cornelius.
What are you doing here?
We're back from the expedition. I'm looking for Cornelius.
Ah, I assume it has something to do with your expedition?
Very much so,
I
Neve.
must admit
Neve.
I haven't been following the news.
That's alright.
Sorry. Been
You
a
don't
little
apologise.
lost lately.
Oh, what's going on? Are you okay?
No.
Oh.
Not really.
What's
when
been
you
going
asked me
on?
what I would do now that my job is redundant, I don't know. I guess I hadn't thought about it. I had just focused on getting there.
Oh, now you got to
And
set a
after
new
you
goal
left,
for yourself to get there.
It all just
Crumble?
rushed over me.
Oh.
The truth is, I don't know who I am without this. Creating new life, guiding people into existence.
You can still guide
That's
people.
who I am.
You should be like a therapist or
More
something.
importantly,
I think.
I think that's who I want to be.
Mm.
And if we stop growing, that's the one thing I can't be anymore. That's why
Aw.
I wanted to talk to Cornelius. He was there at the beginning. He knows where we came from.
It's a thing. Like, I'm
I thought
surprised
he
the
might
goal
help
isn't
me
to have
understand where I could
1,000
go next.
people consistently, rather than 1,000 people when, if some of them die, then they don't get replaced. You can find a new calling, I'm sure of it. You shouldn't have to give up who you are. It's a sacrifice, but it's necessary for your planet.
Thank you, 1K.
I'm with you.
I don't want to. I liked who I was. Who I
Doesn't
still
mean
am.
you can't also be someone
No.
different at the same time.
You said you were looking for Cornelius?
Yes, I am. Yes, he seems to have been at the megastructure with Athena.
Oh, that's... well, I suppose it shouldn't really come as a surprise. They were very close, you know.
I do know
After she
that.
disappeared, he went away for a long time. On a research expedition, he said.
But he went
To be
with her.
honest, everyone assumed he was working out his grief over being left behind.
So he wasn't left
Many
behind,
of
is
the
the
first
interesting thing.
companions were deeply shocked by her decision, particularly Byron.
Where's he now? Cornelius, I
That's
hope
the
Byron
thing.
is
I
trapped somewhere
wanted
there.
to talk to him about my future, but he wasn't responding to my messages.
He's in
so I came here
hiding.
to talk to him, and he seems to have vanished.
Maybe he's gone to the megastructure too. Any idea where he might have gone? Did you check his house? Can I access his terminal?
No. The truth is that for the longest time, he barely left the museum.
But
He was
now,
always at his terminal, working day and night.
what was the last thing he did
I asked him
before?
what he was doing once,
we left,
and he
right?
said he was saving the past.
Did you check his house?
I did, on my way here.
Not here.
And I messaged most of his other friends.
I'm surprised he doesn't live in,
He doesn't
in the
seem to be
museum.
anywhere in the city at all.
Can I access his terminal?
I suppose so. It
Gotta find some
seems a
clues.
little unethical, but then it is just his work terminal, right?
Does that make it somehow more unethical or something? Because privacy laws with
Good
like
luck with everything, 1K.
work and stuff. Could be
And thanks
people's
for
public,
taking the time to talk to
private
me.
information on there. Not saying that his private one won't also have that, but it's like, I don't know, somehow it feels weird. Purple?
Dude, you're back from the island.
I was gonna say, are you the
So
one
glad
with a
you're
voice
okay,
pack?
dude.
And you are.
Especially after what happened to Byron.
How's the situation in New Jerusalem?
Lately, a lot of folks have been saying maybe that Byron dude is right after all.
Cool.
Like, maybe to really be excellent to each other,
Okay, I see.
we have to build something new and bodacious. Don't know what'll happen now that he's had that bogus accident.
Oh yeah, I guess everyone knew that, right? Have you ever met Cornelius?
Yeah, I come here all the time.
Ah.
He's a wise dude. I've asked him a lot of dumb questions, and he's always taken the time to answer them.
What a nice guy. Have a nice day, dude. Okay. Well, let's look at Cornelius' terminal, I suppose. Notes. Lab location inaccessible. Deliberate? Unclear. User profile? Yes. Gold puzzles as barrier? Yes. Okay, I assume that's meant to be for the gold fencing parts. Hidden as self-protection? Likely. External help for upload? Yes. Ask Herman? No. Trust 1K? Undecided. Applicable to Calvin? No. Applicable to Sarabai with Noma? Yes. Right, okay, so don't really know what this means yet. Gold puzzles as barrier. To Yakut.
So this is what Cornelius was working on?
I don't know what he was working on. I don't really
looks
get
a
it.
bit like the blueprints for the Somnodrome, but
Okay.
no, it's not quite that. Is he trying to isolate something in the buffer? Maybe Melville can make sense of it, but I think this might be a dead end.
What are we gonna
I need
do?
to finish up with the mayor. You can head back to the VTOL whenever you're ready. I'll meet
Okay.
you there. No rush, though.
I don't know if there's anything else for us. Anyone else that we should be talking to around here? I'm trying to think what other notable NPCs there are around the place. Can't really think of any. Wasn't there a guy like doing construction somewhere off to like this side? Or am I making that up? I don't really know, to be honest. Hello? Talos Beach, cat person, Athena. I don't know what that red thing is over there. Oh yeah, weren't there some other closed exhibits as well? I don't actually know if it's faster bunny hopping. I guess it just kind of feels a bit faster. Oh yeah, this is for Alexandra. We got someone to chat to over here. Not you. Vitra. You. Jefferson.
Hello again, 1K.
Hello.
These are strange days we're living through, aren't they?
Say that again. These look like monsters. How do you mean?
It seems to me that we're slowly remembering the lessons Alexandra Drennan tried to teach us.
Seems like a
Trying
good
to
thing.
actually live up to the legacy of our ancestors.
I hope so.
It's hard to believe things might really change, isn't it?
Change
but
is a
perhaps
slow
they will
progress.
this time.
What would Alexandra Drennan think about the goal? What would Alexandra Drennan do about the megastructure? What would Alexandra Drennan tell us to do? To live her own life, probably.
The same thing she'd do with any technology.
Study it,
Discover
research
how
it.
it works and apply that knowledge for the common good.
Well, good on her. What should she tell us
She
to do?
worked to the very last moment of her life to ensure that we had free will.
Yeah, as
I
predicted.
don't think she would tell us anything.
Very based of her. What would she think about the goal?
I think it would make her very, very sad.
I should go.
Have a nice day.
You too. These do look like angry monsters of some kind. Okay, hey ho. I just tried to press left control to see what people we had to talk to, but that's Paradise Killer. That is not this game. I don't know if we have anyone else really left to talk to. We have that guy who was having like an existential crisis over here, wasn't he? I don't know if he's still here, but we might as well look. The music's so dreary around here. Who are you two? Rodojka Afancios or something. Rat. I remember you, Rat. Where was guy who was having mental breakdown? He probably isn't gonna still be in the same ruins unless he's really having a mental... Well, he really is, I guess.
1K.
Hey.
You're back.
How have you been, Dusicles?
Let's not talk about me.
Okay.
Let's talk about that replication technology you found.
Interesting.
You
Why?
have to get hold of it, 1K. You have to.
Why?
If you don't, I think I'm gonna die of loneliness. And I think this whole city's gonna slowly suffocate.
Your best partner is yourself?
I mean, do you really think the founder would have designed such a large city if she intended for us to stop at 1,000 inhabitants?
It does
That's not even
feel a
enough
bit
to fill
strange.
a village.
I promise I'll do my best.
Thanks. I don't know how much longer I can go on feeling like this.
This is going to make clones of everyone, though. Pet. Pet the cat. The very bristly and brushy cat. Is there anyone else I can think of who we might want to talk to?
Founder, bless you.
To you as well. I can't remember what other. There was someone at like the memorial place, I think. I have a vague memory of that. Like the place all the way off to the left. I don't remember who though.
Hello.
Hi. Not this memorial. There's that one. Let's just run through here. I think at least. Maybe not. Yes, you. Hello. For some reason, your name was
Founder
Donut
bless
in my
you,
mind.
1K.
Bless you too,
Now
Thecla.
is the time of our great testing.
What do you mean by
The
that?
deceiver Byron has been slain.
Wow.
And
Okay.
we must turn away from the path of sin or suffer the same fate.
Very devout in your beliefs. I don't agree with Byron, but he's not a deceiver and he's not dead. This is idiocy. Have you ever considered that you might be wrong? Why do you hate Byron so much?
I don't need to. Do you see any of our ancestors walking around?
What?
No? Then the truth is obvious. Mother Nature punished them for their sins. Why would I want to side with those who wish to blacken the skies and kill the oceans?
Yeesh. Nobody actually wants to do those things. We believe we can avoid them. We can go about repeating the mistakes of our past.
The tools of the sinner cannot be used to raise the sinner's palace. Never forget that, 1K.
The tools of a sinner cannot be used to raise the sinner's palace. What? Like, I understand what that means, but like, what does that mean in this context? you don't. You're not going to use global warming to take down who you believe as the perceived sinners? What? What does that even mean? I think I must have misunderstood. Who are you, Maldek?
Must be rejected.
What do you mean by rejected? Oh, hello. Niam.
What can I do for you, 1K?
I didn't realize we could speak with you again. Where could Cornelius have gone?
If it's true that he knew where Athena was, then he's gone back to the island. There's no way he'd ever leave her.
Oh,
He
you're one
must
of the
have
early
some
disciples.
kind of plan. But
No
I
wonder
don't
I'm asking
know more
you.
than that.
Are there
He's
anyone
been
else that we
very
can ask?
private these last few centuries.
Thanks, that's all. I didn't realize we could ask you. We've got that pavilion area. I think that's the only other notable location, of which nothing was happening here. Hey, you. Kurabi and Vitra. Okay, I think we'll just get to the VTOL. Or trigger the cutscene and then presumably we'll be back to the puzzles, I think.
Good to see you, 1K.
Sanchuanfun. Okay.
Founder's blessings.
To you too. Nimni? Nemi? Sure. What's going on over here? The Kataris we know about. It's you. Is this Yakut? Listen to the ancient writers. We must be humble. Oh, you're a person who was just speaking over the intercom.
Founder's chosen,
You got like Shigo's color
but you
scheme.
are in grave danger of going astray.
Aye.
Heed my words, 1K. If you fail
How do
this
you have a
trial,
resonant
a year from
voice?
now, New Jerusalem will lie in ruins.
And you know this how?
Anyone can see the truth if they are willing to open their eyes.
Not a satisfactory answer to my question.
Have you not read the books of our ancestors?
I don't know if they predicted the fall of
In
New
every
Jerusalem. I
one
don't know
of
if they
them,
realized it
The
existed.
same story is told. again and again
Go on.
that the pursuit of knowledge can only lead to death and grief.
I don't know what books you've been reading,
That
man.
is what all the great ancient visionaries foresaw.
Is it more
Listen
like
to
the
their
corrupting
warnings.
force of
Seek
power,
happiness
of which
in
knowledge can
tranquility
grant as well?
and avoid ambition.
I don't think all ancient writers believe that. There are other strands of thought. This can easily become a self-fulfilling prophecy. When you can no longer imagine a better future, you cannot build one. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously not saying that.
The very idea of a better future is what's rotten.
You don't want a
That
better
is
future?
What the ancients were trying to tell us. All the problems of the world.
Sorry,
come
I'm
from
straw manning,
those
I'm straw
who
manning.
think the world needs to be improved.
So we shouldn't even try to make things better. You sound more of a highest order. Perhaps you're right. No, I'm not going to say that.
Yes,
Wow.
progress is a fantasy. Things
Well,
never truly change.
At least you stick to your
What we
guns.
can do is prevent our hubris from making things worse.
Doesn't that kind of you say things can never change, but then you say our hubris can make things worse. By the nature of things being able to become worse, things can change in the first place, right? I think it's the act of a pessimist to say that, oh, you know, that things can only get worse and change is fixed in one direction. I'm not to say that I don't disagree with some of your concerns and worries, but certainly I feel like stagnation of society is not necessarily the answer. But again, you know, I respect your opinion, Tabit, and I respect the fact that you had an opinion, defended it, and stuck to your guns with it. Well, stuck to your guns after sort of evaluating your own opinion of it. You know? There's some respect to be had in that, I think. Do you think we'll have a chat with the 666 person? Whatever her name was, I forgot. In my mind, it's something like Goldfish, but that does not make sense.
Could
Hey?
you join us for a quick debrief?
Sure. Oh,
Attending
cutscene.
today are advisors from engineering, the archive scholars, and Helga.
Yes,
thinking Helga?
don't mind me. I'm just an admirer of governmental transparency.
Yes,
You're the
well,
shopkeep, right?
While the mayor is briefed by Alcatraz, he's asked us to review recent events.
So whoever we chose to
Byron's
be
loss
our
has
like partner
unsettled
crime
us all.
will be here.
It may be too dangerous to allow this expedition to continue.
It may not be safe, but we can't leave Byron behind. Byron took risks, we'll be more careful. But island technology we can't afford to ignore. We're hot and finding skills, must keep searching. Halfway sold, we can't quit now. Frankly, it's too dangerous that we should leave Ireland. Of course it's not going to be safe. There's always an inherent risk to everything. Can you just get a bad ending here? Where it's just like, oh no, it can't continue because of the options you chose. That'd be really funny. What do I believe most? That I don't really want to leave Byron
I
behind.
agree. We cannot be guided by fear. We must do what's right.
Nice.
Let's not forget the dam's falling apart. We can't depend on hydro forever. With just a fraction of the power that island can generate, we could grow this city into a planetary society.
Or, quite possibly, destroy ourselves in the process.
We should trust ourselves to make good of this opportunity. We should beware the fate of those who wield power beyond their reckoning. We have more important things to discuss.
Wise words from one so young.
Thank you.
Yet I submit that island holds secrets far more valuable than mere energy generation.
Certainly, there's like a underlying mystery here.
The Somnodrome, of course.
Okay.
If we could find a working model, it would herald a sea change in our moral and self-understanding. The question of how we
would
should
disagree
build
that that's
New
a priority,
Jerusalem
but
would simply be moot.
Which part am I agreeing with? How? Why?
The
Let me see.
Somnodrome was supposed to let us interact with our own subconscious code. It's a cool idea, but it wouldn't necessarily solve all our problems.
My
That I
own
agree with.
studies prove that we operate on an intrinsic moral logic. It's what makes us human. But our
There
access
seems to be a lot of
it is
things which
only
make us
indirect.
human.
Our ancestors created art, philosophy, and parable to help bridge that gap. The Somnodrome would help us to cut out the middleman and ask the source directly. We would finally have an answer to the great moral questions.
So
I don't know if I
it's
agree
a
with that necessarily,
newfangled
but
way to make the same old mistake of judging who's good and who's bad.
We're fortunate 1K preserved the Somnodrome for our study. Initial
wasn't gonna
data
destroy
suggests
it.
it was a prototype with substantial design flaws. But there may be a working device elsewhere on the island.
okay, this is not a priority,
Then
in my
the
opinion.
question is, what would 1K do if they found it?
I would destroy it. I would share it with the people. I would let the government decide. I would let the scholars investigate. I would keep an open mind. I would use it myself to see and then see how I feel. Keep an open mind.
No!
What do
This
you
is
mean?
much too important to decide on a whim.
But it's
That's not
so
on a whim.
much more fun when we're kept in suspense. You
I'm not
going
gonna
to
destroy it.
Sure
That
of
seems a
what's
bit-
best for this city.
We'll have to
Do
decide
you
when we actually
ever
see it.
think you might be so busy changing the world for the better? You
Who are you
forget
talking to?
how to see that it's perfect already.
Helga, not you too.
So clearly there are different perspectives in the room. The only way we are going to move forward is if the team gets back out there.
Yes.
1K. I believe Alcatraz is waiting for you at the VTOL.
This has been a
We'll
very
be keeping an eye
unproductive
on the screen
meeting.
from here.
Which I feel like I can say with confidence because of the fact I'm a newbie here. Alright. I guess we will go on with VTOL next episode. So for now, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Talos Principle 2. I've been there, darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares. Oh, hold on. Who's walking towards us? Hermanubis.
What can I do for you, 1K?
We had to rescue Byron.
I agree. We can't just leave one of our most important citizens in that death trap.
We don't know if it's a death trap. What do you think about technologies we discovered?
They all sound very promising, of course. Apparently, it's possible to just magic things into existence now. But
Yeah.
what is the cost, 1K? There's always a cost.
Well, that we'll have to discover, I suppose.
It's always a pleasure to speak
You have a
to
really
a
nice
citizen.
design. I never even realised how golden your sort of design is. Anyway, I'm going to round this episode off here. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Talos Principle 2. I've been here, darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now. I should check your achievements, see if there's anything like we can do here. But, okay.